No. Keep an eye on.
Welcome.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome. Oh, I hear my echo.
Yes. Hello. On what?
I hear my echo. I think on your computer. Are you also watching the live stream? I think on your computer. Are you also watching the live stream? I think on your computer. Are you also watching the live stream? I think on your computer. Okay.
Hold on, I gotta.
Did you mute something?
Hold on, I gotta. I'm confused.
Do you hear that too?
Yeah, it was
Oh, was it
my
your
iPad.
Okay.
Because I was like, why is my computer coming out of my Mac? But it wasn't. It was the iPad. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
okay, that's
pretty
tripping me
crisp
out.
for the iPad. Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Anyways. So, we're gonna do this quiz here.
I'm gonna
And
let you
then...
read all the questions. If that's okay.
Oh, I'm gonna read all of them?
Is that okay?
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
So, this is the moral alignment test. Do you know anything about
Yes.
it, or?
Yeah, so like have you ever seen those things where it says like chaotic neutral and like chaotic good and chaotic evil and then like
Oh,
lawful and neutral and all that?
yeah. That's what this is?
Yes.
Okay. So, we'll just go through it then. So,
Let's go through it.
question 1. Helping others out by doing good deeds is its own reward.
Oh wait, I think we have different questions. I think they're in a random order.
Oh.
So I guess we can just go back and forth.
Okay. Well, with this one, I will agree. And then I'm going to go to the next one, but you can read your question.
Okay. Then cheating is justified because it's unfair to others. And I'm like, oh. I guess I'll just agree then. I wish it like let you slide it exactly where you wanted it though.
Oh, like instead of just 2 options. That makes, yeah. Question 2 for me is I have an excessive need for stimulation and am prone to boredom. I guess I'll say strongly agree is what the farthest degree would be then.
Yeah. Okay. And my second one, I feel justified in doing whatever I can to succeed. I'm gonna like slightly disagree.
And then question 3 for me is I frighten others to get what I want. I'm gonna definitely strongly disagree with that. I don't do that.
And then my third one, I am intent on kindness and cooperation. I'm gonna strongly agree with that.
And then question 4, I only obey those laws and rules that seem sensible to me. I'm gonna slightly disagree with that.
All right. And then I wouldn't be tempted to use counterfeit money, not even if I was sure I could get away with it. I mean,
I'm gonna slightly disagree. I'm just gonna be honest here.
FBI is coming for you.
Uh-oh. Good thing I don't have any counterfeit money.
Question 5 for me. I usually can't be bothered to help those in need. I'm gonna strongly disagree with that there.
Yes. And then I only obey those laws and rules that seem sensible to me. I'm gonna like slightly agree. 'Cause there's some laws and rules that even if I wanted to break them, I wouldn't. But
Yeah.
and there's some other stuff that it's just like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So like, why?
Yeah. For me, I think you had this one already, but I feel justified in doing whatever I can to succeed. I'm gonna slightly disagree with that one.
All right. Then I often have tender, concerned feelings for people who are less fortunate than I am. Strongly agree there.
And then for the next one, cheating isn't justified because it's unfair to others. I'll strongly agree with that.
All right. And then I often help others without expecting anything in return. I'll slightly agree. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess it's more because I just feel like I don't help others often than like me expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll strongly agree. Because I think that's more what the question's asking.
So mine is the counterfeit money one, and I'm just gonna stay neutral. We're just gonna stay in the middle with
Oh, I
that one.
forgot you could even do that. But yeah. I do what I want and do not feel particularly obliged to anyone. I'm going to keep that one neutral. Not just because you told me about that, but
No, yeah,
that's just how I feel about it.
it's a good place to be sometimes with some things, I'd say.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
mine is next one is I do not feel guilty when I hurt or offend someone. I'm gonna
Oh, nice.
slightly disagree. What?
That's my next one too.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna slightly disagree because even if I, it's not necessary. Even if I do it to someone who maybe deserves it, I still feel a little bad, you know. But that's just me.
Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. I'm kind of the same way. So I'm going to slightly disagree. All right, I think it's your turn.
So then my next one is I do what I want and do not feel particularly obliged to anyone. I'm gonna just stay neutral on that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Um, when I see others acting carelessly, I think to myself that it is a matter of time before misfortune befalls them. I mean, I feel like I do think that. I just know it's not always true. Because it kind of depends on the person.
Yeah.
So I'm going to slightly disagree.
And then my next one is I often help others without expecting anything in return. And I will strongly agree with that.
Okay. And then, generally speaking, I'd rather buy myself a little something extra than donate to charity. I feel like it depends on how much I have, though. So I'm going to stay neutral.
Okay, that's actually my question too, right now. And yeah, I'm gonna stay neutral too, because yeah, I think it would depend on how much I had money. If I had
Yeah,
trillions of dollars, then of course I would donate to
right.
charity.
Yeah. Like, even if I had like $500,000, I'd probably
Oh yeah, yeah.
donate a lot of it to charity. Like, assuming all my needs are met and everything. And
Yes.
that, like, I am comfortable where I'm at.
And you still gotta take care of yourself too.
Right. And you need to, like, have savings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. And then now I have the one you had before. I frighten others.
Oh,
I'm going to strongly disagree.
so then my next one is I am not as upset as others when someone dies. I guess I'm just gonna stay neutral because it depends on the person, you know? Like
Yeah.
some people might be more upset than me, but others might not. I don't know. We're just gonna stay neutral.
Okay. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. I'm going to.
Hey,
Oh, wait. The wrong way. Slightly disagree. That's where I want to be.
that's my question again too. I'm gonna slightly disagree there too.
All right. I keep track of sensitive information that can be used to hurt people at a later date.
Oh
That's kind of like, that's not good.
no.
It's problematic, I would say that I strongly disagree. I don't like using people's vulnerability as an attack, really.
Well, no. Yeah.
Like, and when I have in the past, I always feel guilty. Like, and I never like sort of intentionally or anything like that. But like, when you're in an argument with somebody and you just say something just to be hurtful, but like you don't really mean it.
Yeah. So then my next one is I am intent on kindness and cooperation, which I would strongly agree with that.
And I often worry that I might behave inappropriately. Uh, I'm going to stay neutral on that one.
So then mine is when I see others acting carelessly, I think to myself that it is a matter of time before misfortune befalls them. And I think I'm going to stay neutral just because I don't think always acting carelessly is a... If they're not doing something bad, I wouldn't like intentionally think that misfortune is going to fall them. I would just
Yeah, exactly.
hope that they would learn from it. Whereas if someone was doing something to hurt others, then yes, I always think I believe in what is that, karma? Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I,
yeah,
I believe in karma.
that wasn't really what it was asking. It was asking about carelessly, which a
Right.
reckless driver, I mean, I would say yes, definitely.
Yeah, but not someone who's just like maybe taking some time for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Uh, I am often worried my actions are deserving of criticism. Gonna strongly agree. That's just the type of anxiety I
Oh,
have.
and then mine, excuse me, is even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way. And I'm gonna strongly agree with that.
Yes.
I'm not a good liar.
Yeah, I'm not either. I used to be, but I really just don't lie anymore like I did in the past.
Yeah.
Now I'm just terrible at it. I lost the skill.
Which is a good thing, right?
It is
I
a
mean,
good thing, yeah.
yeah, I would say it is.
All right, and then others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning. I'd say I strongly agree with that.
Yeah. So then mine is I often forgive those who have wronged me, even if they do not deserve it. And I'm just trying to think because I feel like I guess it depends. I don't necessarily always let people back into my life, but I forgive them for myself, you know? So it's
Yeah.
not necessarily I forgive them for them, I forgive them for me. So I guess I don't know. I'll slightly agree, I guess, but I'm just gonna slightly agree.
Okay. Yeah. I have an excessive need for stimulation and prone to boredom. I'm gonna slightly agree. Only because I don't feel that way when like I'm in a lot of pain, but like when I don't have a lot of pain, then
Oh,
yeah, like when I've got energy and stuff, then and not like fatigue, then I need stimulation, or else I just get bored.
okay. So then others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning. I think I'm gonna strongly agree, I guess. I'd like to think so.
Mhm. All right, and then I usually can't be bothered to help those in need. I'm gonna I'm gonna slightly disagree. Just because I can't help every single person that I ever meet who's in need.
Oh yeah.
But like, I do my best to try to help people when I can.
And then mine is I often worry that I might behave inappropriately. I'm gonna slightly disagree because I don't. I mean, there are times like I feel where I have intrusive thoughts, just not often enough though. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna slightly disagree with that.
yeah. Intrusive thoughts can get bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. I often forgive those who have wronged me, even if they do not deserve it. I'm gonna slightly agree, just because I think forgiveness is more about letting go of the past than it is about, because it's not just to like condone what the person did and say that it's okay. It's just saying that you're
Yeah.
not gonna let it like affect you really strongly for the rest of your life. Like you're gonna be able to let go.
Yeah. And then mine is I often have tender, concerned feelings for people who are less fortunate than I am, and I would strongly agree with that.
Okay. And then I am not as upset as others when someone dies. I'm gonna just slightly agree only because like it's more just because I go numb than anything else. Like I don't really
Okay.
feel anything.
Yeah.
Like when like my dog died when I was a kid and stuff like that, you know. Like I've never, but I've also never dealt with like somebody really close to me dying ever. So I'm not looking forward to that, but
Yeah.
it's gonna probably happen at some point. So we'll see. That's just what I say for now.
Yeah, that can always change. Mine is I trick and con people if it is in my interest to do so. I'm gonna strongly disagree with that.
Yeah, that's probably good. Mm-hmm. Even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way. I'm going to strongly agree with that.
So mine is that I keep track of sensitive information that can be used to hurt people at a later date. I'm going to strongly disagree with that.
Mine is helping others out by doing good deeds is its own reward. I'm going to slightly agree because I feel like if you do it too much and like people take advantage of you, then that's not good.
Yeah.
But like doing it, you know, enough to still take care of yourself is good.
And then my last one is I am often worried that my actions are deserving of criticism. And I'm going to stay neutral because I just think that's something that I'm working on, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll stay neutral. And I'll wait to hit finish until you're ready to hit finish.
All right. My last one is I trick and con people if it is in my interest to do so, but strongly disagree. All right. I'm ready to hit finish. Let's do it.
Finish. Oh, I just saw evil and I was like, I'm evil?
Really?
No,
I
no,
think.
no. I just, oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry. I was just reacting to my result.
Oh, okay. What did you get?
I got lawful good, barely, but like towards like neutral good.
What?
And I'm
My
72.5% good, 35% lawful,
hey,
which is weird because I just don't feel like I'm very lawful. I feel like I kind of just do my thing.
but I feel like lawful doesn't mean following laws per se, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's more
I
so
guess
like you're gonna care about other human beings. That's what I would say is law. Like,
I thought that's what good and evil was, though.
I guess, but
I thought lawful and chaotic was just about like.
I feel like if there's a law, I guess I don't know.
Maybe I'm
Maybe
thinking of this
lawful.
wrong. Let me read my description here.
Okay.
And you can read yours too.
Well, I'm lawful good too. So I
Oh,
guess you can read it out loud if you want to.
okay. Yeah. People who are lawful good believe that an orderly, strong society with a moral government can work to make life better for the great majority of the people. I mean, I guess I kind of believe that, yeah. When the laws are fair and the people respect them and try to help one another, humanity as a whole prospers. That's true. Therefore, people who are lawful good strive for a social order that will bring the greatest benefit to everyone and cause the least harm. Lawful good personalities may sometimes find themselves faced with the dilemma of whether to obey the law or do good when the two conflict. For example, when upholding the law of the land would lead to unfairness or harm, or when there's a conflict between two orders of what is right, such as between the ways of the community and the law of the government. Yeah, I guess that's true. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not strictly just following the laws, but it's about
Yeah,
what
it's
would be
about the
best
law
for.
being able to unite us if it's like, or if it's actually like done right, basically.
Yeah. So I agree with mine then, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I got 85% good and 35% lawful.
Oh, we're tied for our lawfulness. That's cool.
But you're more evil than me?
Yeah, I guess. Just a little bit.
Hey, that's okay. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. So I
Okay.
might need you to just
Stop sharing mine.
yeah, just briefly, because I should be able to. I'm hoping. Okay, now you should be able to, when you're ready to share, I will share. Ready?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I already did it.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
try
I
it
think I
again.
should. Oh, no. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Hold
let's
on.
try this again.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
We gotta reload this.
Huh?
We have to reload it. At least that's what mine said.
For what?
Some unexpected error has happened. Please reload the application.
On Riverside?
Yeah, it's not letting me go to sharing my screen. So let me reload it.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. Okay. I have mine ready to hit share. So when you're ready to hit share, then we can both hit share.
I'm ready.
Okay, now we can hit share.
Alright. So I guess I can full screen this. Okay, there. Now you just see, you don't see my tabs and stuff, right? You just see the screen.
Yes, I just see the video.
Okay, cool. And you got your game loaded?
I do, yes. Do you?
Okay, cool. Do you want me to start this yet, or do you want me to let me know?
Well, you should just, or I guess, can you see?
No, I just see my,
okay.
I just see the video.
I was like, you should help me choose what people to play, but it doesn't, like...
I can go on Twitch.
Okay, I like these guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Although it's gonna lag, actually, yeah.
Here, I'll just...
Maybe I can... Well, I don't have to, because it's just
I
the
can
window,
send you a snap.
right?
I can snap you.
No, it's fine. I can...
Okay.
I'm gonna drag this so I can...
You can go full screen.
I can still... Well, actually, then it's not full screen, though.
But you can go full screen after we decide on which person. I just want to...
Oh, is it just one decision here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can help you decide real quick.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's these people. You see the character?
I see that weird alien looking thing.
Yes. So there's this one, and they are aristocratic elite. Is their society ethics, I think?
Okay.
And they're spiritualist. I kind of... but there's a xenophile. That's a good one, right? It's xenophobe. That would be bad.
Yeah, xenophile means they love having new people come in.
Okay.
And, like, merging.
So then there's this people, which I think are dead people, or not dead people, but otherwise there's Earth, humans, obviously.
Okay.
I think... Oh, and then there's capitalist.
Oh no.
Authoritarians. I think we're just gonna go with these guys.
The first one. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say anyways. Right. Do you need any other decisions from me?
No, not right now. If I think of any, then we can pause.
Yeah,
but otherwise, no.
Yeah.
So you can make it full screen now.
All right, cool.
And I don't need to change any of this stuff.
Are we on Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
Because Facebook, doesn't like Riverside, I guess, which is fine. Then Facebook doesn't get our non-business.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, now I've got their YouTube channel. Okay. Cool. All right, you cool if I play this now, or do you want me to wait?
Yes. Nope, you can.
All right, this is a Jubilee video we're gonna watch. So let's begin.
Oh, did you start it?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
I can't hear it. No. I wonder if it's through because it's through your headphones.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I think if you unplug
let me try doing something.
Okay. Or
yeah, but I just don't want to be loud though.
Oh, gotcha.
Let me try this. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, and then can you hear this? Do you hear that?
No.
Okay, let me try this. Do you hear me?
I hear you, yes.
Okay, do you hear this?
No. Let me...
Oh. Because I thought it would work with the Mac Pro speakers.
What would work? But aren't you hearing the video through your headphones?
Yeah.
So I think unless like your headphones could record, like we won't hear it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. It makes sense. It's just annoying. I wish I could switch my mic. But we're recording, so it won't let me.
What do you mean?
Like if I change my mic, you might be able to hear the difference. Wouldn't you? Or is that the speaker?
I think the speaker you'd have to change.
Okay, and I've been changing the speaker.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I changed it to all 3 of them, and you never heard it.
What about your at the top?
At the top? What do you mean?
Like, you know how we're at the top of your MacBook? How you can go to the sound?
External headphones? Oh, I could try the MacBook Pro speakers.
We are not misguided.
Oh.
There. Now I can hear
Yeah,
it.
but now it's playing out loud. And not on my headphones. Okay. I guess it's going to have to do. All right.
Because otherwise, the only thing I could think of. Oh, now I hear me though.
Oh, yeah, because I put it so that I had my headphones on. So let me plug them back in. Okay.
So now you hear me through your headphones.
Yeah. Yes.
But we hear the video through your speakers.
Right.
Okay. But you can hear it too?
Well, I'm not in my headphones, but I have to like take them off.
Because the other thing is... Oh.
But now you hear yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I can't do it that way because it's going to echo. Or let me turn on echo cancellation. Oh, I can't change it while recording. That's great.
Oh, yeah. That's because I was like, how do I not hear myself normally? But you must have echo cancellation on normally. Wait, can I? Or it probably won't let me do it either, will it? While we're recording, which is dumb. But what if I played it on my iPad?
Yeah.
Like the audio, so you could hear that. And then you just let me know when to pause it.
Yeah, I just feel like that's going to get confusing. But we can try it, I guess.
We'll try it. And then
just have the audio on. And then...
No,
but then it's going to be hard
video.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to link it up, though.
We'll just hit play right at the same time.
I guess.
We'll give it a try.
But
if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. That's okay.
Because it's going to be laggy with each of us doing a different part of it.
What do you mean?
Because like we're not...
Red hot deals are super hot. This Monday,
oh, and you have ads.
Fresh Hy-Vee chicken bread.
Hello, everyone.
Only one ad for this video.
Okay, well, I'm at 16 seconds.
You should put it back to 0, 0.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in for...
It's lagging. Yeah, we couldn't get it at the same time. We have to try it again.
Okay, 3, 2...
Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta... It's not letting me drag it back to 0 now. It's being stupid. There we go.
Is that 0, 0?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, click.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in for Middle Ground, which is all about disagreeing and having a dialogue.
That's right. Make sure you stick around to the end because we want to discuss more about the ethos of Middle Ground. But for now, we hope you enjoy.
You said that women are misguided. We are not misguided. We do not need you to shepherd us.
Okay, pause it for a sec.
Okay, paused.
Oh, let me go back a couple seconds there. This dude, I've seen him before in another video.
You've
And-
seen him before?
Yeah, he's like I'm pretty sure if it's the same kid I'm thinking of, he's like a self-identified like incel and all that. So that's nice. Yeah, okay, we can play it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
Hello.
Would you call yourself a feminist?
I would.
Yes, an intersectional feminist.
When you hear the word feminism, what comes to mind?
Marxism?
To me, feminism is fairness.
I think that it's unfortunately misguided. Feminism is a flawed movement.
When you hear the phrase men's rights, what comes to mind?
Aggression.
Advocating for the human rights of man as a class.
I start laughing.
What do you hope to get in the conversation today?
I would hope to get some insight and probably, if anything, agree on a lot more than disagree.
I actually hope to get a little bit more understanding of why some men think this way.
Do you think there's middle ground between men's rights activists and feminism?
We'll see.
Hi, my name is Zach, and I am 24 years old. This is Chris. I'm a PhD student at the University of Southern California, and I'm also a Title IX specialist who challenges discrimination against men on college campuses. And I'm 30 years old.
Hi, I'm Derek. I also go by Brendio. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm also known as an incel, which is an involuntarily celibate.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I am a writer, poet, and teaching artist.
Hi, I currently work in the pet health industry, and I'm 30.
I'm 24. I'm a graduate student with a degree in health sciences, and I'm excited to be here today.
Can I get my men's rights activists in the left and my feminists on the right? Step forward if this statement is true for you. I believe men
Do you want to pause?
are different.
Yeah.
but
Okay,
equal.
1, 2, 3, pause.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just. Okay. So, okay, I believe men and women are different but equal.
You
Or
do?
they should be. Well, I'm reading the question.
Oh! What was it? Sorry.
I believe men and women are different but equal.
Yeah, I guess. Aren't we all
think-
a little different but equal because we're all humans?
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I think that's how it should be, but I don't think that's how like the power structure works. So, but
Yeah.
it's like, but it's still like true though, and it's own right. Yeah, because we're all different but equal. Like everybody is,
I would agree with
like you
that.
said.
Because that's like individuality too.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna say.
Well, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, click.
Oh wow. Really? Oh, and then she
Wait,
decided to come up.
which side is which?
I know as a woman
So,
that
pause.
I don't have the same.
Pause.
Okay. All right. So basically, these people all believe that the statement is true.
On the right side?
No, that are just sitting in the chairs.
Oh,
And the two guys who stayed behind don't agree,
oh.
of course.
So they don't get to participate in the conversation?
No, they will, but first they just have a conversation between the people in the chairs, and then they'll add them to the conversation.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that's how they did it. That confused me.
Yeah.
But okay, now I get it. Well, kind of. But okay.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, click.
Physical strengths. Men and women are built differently. I think whenever things are built differently, it's for a reason, right? But at the same time, the amount of limits that have been put on women historically, like the fact that not too long ago we were just allowed to like start voting. Even today, like the wage gap, just all types of stuff. Like women just don't have a lot of rights that are just, it should have nothing to do with what gender we are to be able to be paid equally or just be treated with respect. So, yeah.
I do believe that, of course, there are biological differences between men and women. And of course, there should also be legal equality. Of course, I disagree with the idea that women face systemic discrimination. You just mentioned the wage gap, which has been debunked so many times.
I've studied evolutionary biology quite a bit.
Do you want to pause?
Oh,
men
no,
and
yeah,
women are
pause.
very
Okay.
different.
Okay, first of all, like, I mean, the wage gap has not been disproven as far as I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can
from
Google
everything
it.
let's look
I've
at some
never
information
heard that it's
about
been
this.
disproven, but
All right. The wage gap disproved.
oh jeez, what is this?
So let's see. Harvard study, gender wage gap explained entirely by work choices of men and women, but that's not even true. Because even when you look at the numbers for the same career, like
yeah,
there's still a wage gap. So I don't know.
is that the only study that says that it is false?
Let's see. Okay. So perhaps you think of a man and woman who work exactly the same job at exactly the same place, but he gets paid more than she does. This sort of discrimination has been illegal since the passage of the Equal Pay Act. I thought that didn't pass. I could be wrong.
When was that passed?
1963.
What?
Oh, I guess it did
1963?
pass. Yeah, I guess it did pass. I must be thinking of something else. But let's see. But like another part of the wage gap though is that like just with social norms and everything, like a woman negotiating in the same way as a man is seen as like aggressive, you know what I mean? Like it's not seen as something that's socially acceptable, you know. So I know that's definitely part of the reason why these wage gaps exist. And it's really hard to prove that, you know.
I know what you're saying.
Let's see.
Hold on. Do you have the Twitch, or do you just have YouTube open?
Oh, I have the tab open right now on Google. But I do have the window for the video.
I just don't have the chat open. I forgot about it. Because I have my on that video now, so I forgot. I'm just gonna open.
Oh, well, PragerU has an article. Sorry.
What is theirs?
Okay. The myth of the gender wage gap. Let's see. Let's see what Forbes has to say. Oh, they're just talking about the Harvard study. Time.com, 6 feminist myths that will not die. Let's see. So they're just saying that the 77 cents for every dollar a man earns doesn't take that specific statistic, doesn't take like differences in occupations and positions, education, job tenure, or hours worked per week into account. So it says the wage gap narrows to the point of vanishing when the relevant factors are considered.
So there is.
And like part of it is the societal pressure for women to be the homemakers too, especially like when they have kids.
Yeah.
So they'll like leave their job, I guess. So let me look up some actual like Pew Research says gender pay gap in U.S. held steady in 2020. And so for all workers over 16 years old, it's about 84%. Like women earn 84% of what a man earns at the same job. I think it's at the same job. But the wage gap shrinks when you look at workers aged 25 to 34.
But it's there with the older population, you said?
Yeah, there's still a woman would make 93% of what a man would make in that age statistic.
I mean, maybe the younger.
So self-employed workers are excluded, first of all.
Oh, well, yeah, because they set their. I mean, we don't set our own pay, but like you're not getting paid a wage.
You're right, exactly. So based on this estimate, it would take an extra 42 days of work for women to earn what men did in 2020. So much of this gap has been explained by measurable factors such as educational attainment, occupational segregation, and work experience. The narrowing gap is attributable in large parts to gains women have made in each of these dimensions. Even though women have increased their presence in higher paying jobs traditionally dominated by men, such as professional and managerial positions, women as a whole continue to be overrepresented in lower paying occupations relative to their share of the workforce. This may contribute to gender differences in pay. So basically, because they're going to promote men more likely than women, just overall, is what that sounds like. Now, other factors are difficult to measure, including gender discrimination, may also contribute to the ongoing wage discrepancy. About 4 in 10 working women said they had experienced gender discrimination at work, compared to about 2 in 10 men, 22%. So one of the most commonly reported forms of discrimination focused on earnings inequality. 1 in 4 employed women say they had earned less than a man who was doing the same job. Just 5% of men said they had earned less than a woman doing the same job. So 25% compared to 5%. And then they talk about motherhood leading to interruptions in the workplace. Mothers are nearly twice as likely as fathers to say taking time off have a negative impact on their job or career. Among those who took leave from work in the 2 years following the birth or adoption of their child, 25% of women said this had a negative impact at work compared to 13% of men. Yeah, and that's just because of social norms right there, mostly. Anyways, we can go back to the video. All right. You ready?
Oh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, click.
From not just a physical, the bone structure, the neurological
Oh,
department
wait, pause it.
as well
Sorry.
as the chemical.
What?
I forgot. He was talking about evolutionary biology. And I mean, a lot of that is just like misused. The information is.
How,
Like they'll say like, so he's talking about the physical bone structure of men, let's say, and that is what he's talking about.
Okay.
And like he might say that means that men are stronger than women or something, which I mean may be true physically, depending on what type of strength you're talking about physically. And that's fine, but then they'll lead that into, well, then that means we need to have these specific social norms, and if people don't meet them, then they need to be shamed or something. Like, it's basically the gist of it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is he saying that for, I guess? Just what wasn't the question that we're different but equal?
Yeah, and so
Are
he's
these the
talking
people?
about,
Is he
he's
one
saying
who
we're different
disagreed?
biologically. Yeah, he disagreed.
Oh, so they came and sat down now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I missed that part.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's
what is
okay.
going on? Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, play. Balances, and also I don't believe that men and women are equal under the law either, or they should be rather. Children are not equal under the law. And it's not because we hate children, it's because we love them and we want to protect them.
Pause.
Okay.
He said they shouldn't be equal under the law.
Correct. And then he compared women to children and said, well, children aren't equal under the law, so why should women be equal under the law? Adult women. Oh my God.
Interesting take.
Like, this is exactly what I mean. He's saying because we're biologically different, we should not be equal under the law. I think that's the take.
Makes sense, though.
It doesn't make sense. You're completely right. It's just some kind of like cognitive distortion.
He's basing
on
all
his
of his
part.
personal life views on biology solely.
Well, that's what he's suggesting there, but I mean, I think a lot of it is just his opinion. His, very poorly influenced opinion. Anyways.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, play.
So if you believe we're not equal, then that you're inferring that one would be greater than the other.
Well, so let me.
So that's what
chime in
I'm
with my
trying to.
perspective.
Yeah.
As far as not being equal, I don't think that necessarily means inferior or superior when it comes to certain things like roles like childbearing. A woman is going to be far more productive and a lot more nurturing than, say, a man. And when it comes to doing a lot more of the heavy lifting and the work, a man is probably going to be more suited for that role. And I don't think that makes them any better or worse. We are just built, created, and born different.
I would also like to elaborate. I am not saying that they are worse overall.
Well, let me hear what he has to say.
Better overall.
They complement
like
each
he
other.
said, they do.
They complement each other beautifully.
They work very well together.
Okay, you can pause it now.
Yeah, paused.
Okay. Oh my God. So people are all different, and different people are going to be better or worse at different things. It's not just about
sex.
It's not about biological sex. It's not about your gender. Like, it's just about like there's really good, there's like families with really nurturing fathers and really distant mothers,
Oh,
like
yeah.
not every family falls into this stereotype of the woman as the childbearer and she needs to be the stay-at-home mom. Like there are really good stay-at-home dads out there.
Well, then there's families with 2 moms and 2 dads.
Exactly, yeah. And then what happens there? Like, is it? I mean, in that case, it should just be better to have 2 moms.
Oh, in his theory?
Yeah, in their theory, yeah, because if women are better at like taking care of children and childbearing and all of that, then a family with 2 moms is going to be twice as good as a family with a mom and dad, right?
Yeah, with his non-logic logic, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But they'd probably be okay with that versus 2 dads, which doesn't.
Yeah.
That's its own bias, like
Yeah.
hypocrisy in itself.
I guess they don't watch Modern Family.
Here, I'm gonna hold on.
Are you taking a break?
Well, I'm just gonna switch to City Skylines because I think Stellaris is trying to. Oh, maybe if it'll let me.
Is it just loading for a long time?
No, it's just I think it takes more focus than I thought it did.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me. Wait, if you're ready for me to hit play, I can hit play.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, click.
I mean, that's part of the beauty of it, and I think trying to equalize them and make them the same, and transition and all that, I don't believe is going to be the most conducive when it comes to the family raising children, but also just for overall well-being.
I want to note that you brought up children being unequal to adults. I just hope you weren't comparing women to children.
I mean, it was technically a comparison of women and children.
I don't need you to protect me. I just need you not to harm me. I can protect myself. I'm very capable of doing what I need to do.
Yes, tell them.
Okay?
Okay, sure.
100%.
I am an incel or an incel advocate, I suppose. I don't hate women at all. I think we're different, and they have aspects that are superior to men as well. It's just very contextual on the subject.
Oh my god.
Masculinity is real.
Pause.
1, 2, 3, pause.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Is toxic masculinity real? I would say yes. Definitely. It is a thing.
Toxic masculinity?
Yeah, is it real?
Yeah. I guess why would I guess I don't know. Is that what he said? It's not real?
Well, all these guys are standing back because they don't believe it's real, and then I'm pretty sure all the women are gonna go to the seats.
Oh, this is a new question? I didn't know we were doing a new question.
Yeah,
what was
the question is toxic masculinity real?
Oh, yeah. I guess it would. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know.
Because you want it to be real and you just put on the blinders and go through life.
But
I would understand if you weren't educated on the topic and then you learn about it and you say, okay, that makes sense. But then some people just like deny that it exists at all.
I mean, I guess the only thing that I can think of is if we have different definitions of toxicity. Like what I define as toxic masculinity, they may not think is a toxic behavior. So then that's just a perception thing, but I mean, really. I don't know, I guess. It is toxic though, because it's damaging to
right. The expectations of masculine. Yeah, that's directly damaging to health and relationships with other people. Like it encourages you to like isolate yourself and encourages you to like treat women as lesser.
Yeah.
Or speak about slavery lesser. but it's also just damaging to. It's more damaging to men than women, honestly.
Yeah. Yes. Just because it like makes them feel like they have to fit into a box, and if they don't fit in that box, then they're not.
Yeah, and
real
it's not even like a
men,
healthy
right?
box.
No, it's not.
It's a very unhealthy box. All right, play.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, play.
I think that toxic masculinity is definitely a real thing. It's kind of just the idea of what masculinity should be, but it goes wrong a lot of the times, saying that violence, sex, power, being a controlling person makes you a man.
I see it
True.
in very unfortunate places, like when the young men or boys in my family, even from like toddler age, are told you shouldn't be crying. Boys don't cry. And what that turns into, I see it when I'm in a bookstore and a guy who tries to get my number says, why y'all always got to act like that? And he sincerely had this like cracking voice, like he was hurt, but it was an entitlement. And that's toxic masculinity. It's saying like, you don't realize how your behavior is harmful.
What does toxic masculinity mean? Is it character traits? Is it upbringing?
The suppression of feeling for a lot of men.
Yeah.
Because throughout childhood, they're told man up. So because of that, there's a lot of repression. Repression then is usually channeled into anger for some people because they don't not always know how to express because they were told not to express.
So upbringing.
True.
And
That's part of it.
Okay.
Yes.
But not something that's inherently a part of men. Okay.
No.
I think that, when you're showing your emotions, especially to random people, random women in some cases, they will view you as weak. I was raised by a single mother. I love her. She's my mom. I love her. But I could have used being told to act like a man. I think back, there were some cases where I was too emotional, and that negatively affected how I, what happened to me. And
May I ask a question?
Sure.
What is your definition of
pause?
Yeah. So he's basically saying he wishes someone would have just told him to bottle his feelings up. Like, not listening at all to what these women just said about how that in turn leads to channeling that anger into hurting others.
Yeah.
Whether it's just emotionally, physically, however you're hurting other people. Or even hurting yourself, like just by repressing those emotions. Like, it's always good to feel what you want to feel, even if it feels like a lot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's just showing exactly what toxic masculinity is, though. Like, textbook.
Yeah,
he calls himself weak.
Yeah, I don't. What was I saying?
I don't
know. What was his thing?
He was saying he was raised by a single mom, and then he wished that she would have told him to act like a man because he got too emotional and it would negatively affect him. And he viewed himself as weak for having those emotions.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I just don't know why you would think that, but I mean,
yeah,
that's just
because you want to be tough. You want to be a Chad.
No, I don't want to do this. What? Ready?
Should we play this? Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, play.
Not being as forward as you could be, not being as honest, or trying emotional as you don't need to be. You don't have to cry over a cut. I know, sometimes cuts hurt a lot, but sometimes it's necessary to be strong for the benefit of not just yourself, but for the people around you. It's fine to act emotional in certain cases, but I don't think it's fine to act that way with a woman. Maybe you have a really good friend and sees you cry, like as your best friend, and you're crying about something really personal. I think that's fine.
I feel like you're conflating two different situations because you.
Yeah, no, like if you don't think that you can cry in front of your girlfriend, then I don't know if that's a healthy relationship. To be honest. I mean, unless it's like you can't cry in front of anybody or something, because some people are like that, and that's different. But if it's like just specifically like women, it's like, why? Like, what's gonna happen? You know, like, so I guess some guys think that women will use that against them, like he is saying, but that's just like you're just surrounding yourself with the wrong women if that's what they're doing, and you know, not like blaming that if it happens to you, but
well, no,
just like, you know, you just gotta like not let that make you give up. Just because somebody hurts you once, you can't give up on a whole group of people just because like one person hurts you.
Yeah. What is incel?
Incelibate. So like, or involuntarily celibate, sorry. So meaning like they can't get laid because no one wants to sleep with them. But like they want to get laid, but they can't. Or like some of them just give up on getting laid too. But yeah. I mean, originally the term was made for, you know, like guys who were considered really conventionally unattractive or like disabled dudes or whatever, like guys who just really did not have, I hate to use this phrase, I really do, but the market value, I don't like using that phrase. I just can't think of an alternative for this, but like they're not seen as valuable to women, I guess, is ultimately what it is, or that's how they feel at least. And a lot of it's just about confidence too, but
well, and it
they don't want to
be
realize
only
that.
woman that like it must be like that's just like not real. Because
Right.
not all women have the same standards. Like of looks wise, we all have our own preferences in looks.
Yeah.
So not all women are gonna think they're not attractive. I mean, maybe
and not
some
all
other
women
woman
even
that
care.
they were attracted to didn't find them attractive, but that's okay. Because not everyone we think is attractive is gonna find us attractive either. That's just life. But just because
and a lot of women would rather be with a nice guy who's maybe not as good looking to them, like in their eyes, like they would trade off looks for, you know, personality a lot more than a lot of men would. That's not to say everybody in the group, but it's just the trend that I notice. Like and I guess I'm just talking mostly about like straight people, because it's a little different when you're like, you know, in the LGBTQ community.
Like, and it might just be that you, like, because I guess you don't know for sure though, because you haven't asked that woman, do you find attractive? It's just what you think,
right? Yeah, that's true too. Like you could, I mean, she could completely find him attractive, like even if you don't.
Yeah. So again, that's just our stand. All of ours, and I don't even care to just preferences. Because it's not. I don't know. Standard gives it a quality of like, and I don't like that term. So it's not really a standard. It's just we all have our own preferences, and nobody's as long as you don't treat people shitty because of your preferences.
Exactly, that's the big thing too. Yeah, a lot of people, men and women, not even one or the other, just people in general. Like, you know, treat people like just because you're not attracted to someone doesn't mean that they don't have value or that they can't have value or that, you know, and we should treat them as such.
Have value.
Yes, exactly.
Which one is? There's a comment here.
The
title for this video: feminist versus men's right activist versus Derek. Derek.
Oh, Derek's the incel. With the yellow hoodie.
Okay. Okay, all against him. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Derek's just on his own here. In the land of the
Pretty much.
crazy. That's fine. All right.
Ready to play?
Yes.
1, play.
Started off with saying a random person or even women. So it feels like, okay, this is a woman that you don't have a bond with or any type of relationship with. And then you mentioned, or in front of your best friend. You know, that's okay to cry. Well, that woman could be your best friend. That, you know, like,
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
And again, so. Because you don't see us as equal, as you said before.
I don't think showing emotions is a sign of weakness. I actually think it's a sign of strength. Men do live shorter lives, and that's because of a repression of emotions.
True.
And that's due to many things that patriarchy has instilled.
Yeah, that is true. That is like the biggest point that shows toxic masculinity is that men live shorter lives than women on average. Like, I don't think that's because of anything biological. I just think that's
I was like, I don't know.
Because of toxic masculinity, emotional repression. And I think we talked about this in our stress episode about all the side effects of stress.
Yeah, stress.
And like bottling that
guess.
stress in is going to lead to those medical complications like that. Like if you let it take over, you like if you just say like these are just societal standards and I don't need to follow every single one of them, you know, and like you just be yourself, then that you're not going to feel that repression so much. If you let yourself feel your emotions, you're not going to have those medical consequences.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I agree. I guess I don't know why I was thinking I didn't agree for a second. I just wanted to prove that lady wrong. She's trying to tell me I'm wrong. No, she's just trying to tell him he's wrong. And
Right.
But yes, bottling up emotion. We need to feel our emotions. Obviously.
Yes.
That's just. I guess I just didn't know. Like, that was just a very bold claim to say that's why men die young, because I feel like there are a variety of causes that it's not one thing. As I guess is what my whole thing. But
I guess that's true. I just think it's a big contributing factor.
Yeah, I could see it. It definitely can make you sicker and lead to health. What are those called? Like health issues in life, obviously, which is gonna potentially make you die younger, but not always. Like just if you have a health condition doesn't mean you're automatically gonna die. But either way,
that's true.
We should feel our emotions. Yes, it doesn't matter if that's the sole cause to why men die younger. We should still feel that is just semantic. That doesn't matter. We need to feel our emotions, and toxic masculinity is a problem. So
yes. Okay. Play?
Yes. 1, 2, play.
It has been shown that a person's well-being, their lifespan is shortened when they are not able to express their emotions. In addition, when they don't have physical touch or when they don't have a partner to keep them company. We are human beings here. We need to talk to each other. And if you think that our health isn't affected when you're not able to express that you are sad or upset, you're wrong.
True.
I think that men's rights activists are only men's rights activists as a response to women expressing that they want more equality. I don't think they focus on actual men's rights issues, and rather it's just an attack on women and feminism.
Today, women have more advantages.
Oh no. Yeah. What do you think, Spencer? Do women have more advantages than men?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I definitely don't think that's true. I think you could make the argument that like super conventionally attractive women have more advantages than maybe like, you know, less attractive women, but like that's a whole different thing. That's mostly because of like patriarchy and toxic masculinity and all that good stuff. Like that's not something women really did to themselves.
Yeah. And I think that goes both ways, though. Like, obviously, conventionally attractive men are going to have it easier than non-conventionally attractive men. Like, I think looks is its own factor.
I think that's true. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I just think it's more like the bias is stronger when it comes to women.
Yeah, I guess
and
I'm
how
not
attractive they are. But that's
saying
not to
that
say it doesn't.
women at all. Yeah, I'm not talking about women, I guess. I'm talking about men strictly.
But yeah, it's happened with
Yeah.
men as well. I won't deny that or anything.
Yeah. But I mean, I would, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Play.
Are you ready? Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, play.
I can speak from a hiring standpoint when it comes to things like affirmative action, and there are certain roles that traditionally men and women have been able to serve in, and now women can basically do all of those things, right? Because we've had such a strong advocacy for equal representation in the workplace. Whereas, for example, you'll never find a man as a midwife nurse, and I don't think it's appropriate. That's why there are those differences.
Oh no!
Women in like the most important parts of society have an advantage.
That doesn't even make sense. There are men midwife nurses. What is he talking about? And that is
right.
appropriate.
Oh, he just right. Why would that be inappropriate?
It's not.
Like, oh no, not a vagina. Oh my goodness. Like, man could not look at vagina without just going ape shit,
Apparently.
Like, no, men, yeah, I guess he's just saying men can't be mature. But if he wants to make that statement, I won't necessarily disagree. No, I mean, it's on a person-to-person basis, obviously. But, like, yeah, men could be midwives, though. That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's... that's just interesting. Because the men can be OBGYNs, too.
Right, yeah.
It's not a sex... Like, when you're going to school, that isn't a requirement that you have to be a woman to... Like, because, yeah.
Right, yeah,
Men
that
can
wouldn't
be
even make
any
sense.
of those. No, because that would be...
Yeah, just like women can, like, do the cough check on you at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
They're
not gender specific. No.
It's just a medical thing. Like, medicine isn't sexual. Like, that's just weird.
It's not.
It's
only
really
sexual
weird.
if you make it sexual, and that's then yeah, you shouldn't be in medicine if you're thinking that. Then 100%. You stay out of medicine because you do not.
Yes.
Because that's creepy then.
Yeah, no, it's super creepy. So women, like the most important parts of society, have an advantage.
Oh, is that okay?
I was just reading the caption. Yeah, I'm ready.
Play. Okay.
Yes.
Play.
A lot of positions that men simply aren't getting hired at anymore because of the fact that they're a man. And it's not just in the workforce. It's also, I would say, it's a lot easier for a woman to find a relationship, even if she says it's finding the right guy is so hard. It really isn't.
I will give him that one. I will say, at least as a woman, it is easier for women to find relationships and hook up than it is for men. Like, I'll give him that. Because it is true.
Or like straight.
For like straight couples, obviously, yeah. Sorry. I'm speaking in terms of a man, woman, straight couple, or heterosexual, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think heterosexual is included, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm not technically in a heterosexual relationship because I'm not heterosexual. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. But men and women is what
I'm talking about men and women relationships. Yes.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I'm hearing. I mean, we could talk about queer relationships in a different episode. I just don't have as much personal experience there. A little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, and I guess it's
We can
more
still
so
talk about
talking.
it.
Well, yeah, obvious. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it is mainly talking about like men and women anyway, so that
Yeah, that's more the focus of the video.
yeah. And I mean obviously I'm not saying that gay relationships are easy. They have their own
Oh
struggles,
yeah,
obviously, but
of course.
I just don't I guess that comes down more to like a looks, at least what I've experienced is it's more, which I guess is probably what hetero or like men and women relationships comes down to too, but I think maybe sometimes I don't
I hear
know,
you.
I guess.
Oh,
You can't hear me?
oh, never mind. No, I can
Oh,
hear
okay.
you. Sorry, I thought you were still talking and you were paused.
No, I was trying to think like what I'm.
Yeah.
Because I guess to me, I would just think of the pool, the dating pool, like woman
Yeah.
in straight relationship, or yeah, straight men and women. That dating pool is bigger
Yeah.
than men and men or woman and woman.
Exactly.
So then you aren't sometimes as selective, I would say, because your dating
Yeah.
pool is smaller, so you're more
Oh
open
yeah.
to getting with, I don't know. I feel like that kind of
No,
sounds
yeah,
bad, but I'm not trying to
no,
make
that
it
totally makes sense though.
be like a
Like I
bad
get
thing
what you
because
mean.
it's not, but it's just what I've experienced, I guess.
Yeah.
But
okay.
okay, hold on. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, play.
But sometimes for a lot of guys, finding a girl at all is hard.
Okay.
If I have to consider what I wear before stepping out the house, because I don't want to draw some type of attention, I don't know how many other men have to consider, is this outfit going to be deemed safe for me? Any situations I have experienced where like I physically felt endangered simply because I don't want to give my number out. It's part of that entitlement for men. You're not entitled a conversation with me. You're not entitled to my number.
That aside, it's like, are you going to make one example of the entitlement of men when it comes to asking for your number be the all-encompassing thing that all men have a problem when it comes to approaching women?
Well, firstly, it's not just an example. It's not necessarily all men. I don't dislike men. I love sports. I play video games. I have bros. I hang out with dudes. We just want men to realize that if you have friends that are having locker room talk, as a man, as an ally, please say something to your friends.
Do you think repressing that is really the solution here, though? If it's in a healthy male space.
I don't think that's healthy. I think it's toxic in itself.
I mean, if you're making jokes and you're doing all of that.
Jokes that are harmful jokes are not healthy because they just lead to people normalizing things. People always say, oh, it's just a joke. But when someone else hears it, they don't realize how that resonates. And again, how that turns into violence. Like, this is not an isolated situation. I'm only thinking of it off the top of my head because if I think of
yes.
So, okay, here's what I think. I mean, I think jokes, you can joke about anything. You just have to do it tactfully if you're going to be joking about something maybe darker. But, like, I don't think jokes are inherently a bad thing. Like, that's what it sounds like she's saying, at least. Like,
I think there's a way to do jokes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what you're saying, but I agree.
Right.
There's a way to do jokes because you can make jokes that aren't calling for harm against people. That's the thing.
Right.
As long as you're
making
smart
jokes
enough to make a joke, like an
Yeah.
appropriate joke that doesn't. Jokes do not need to call for harm.
Yeah, they don't need to put people down.
Sexualizing people.
Like, I mean, I guess sometimes you can like it just depends who you're putting down and how you're doing it, and if you are putting anybody down, at least.
Yeah.
Because I
guess like that depends. But if you're talking about like raping a woman in the locker room chat, no, that's gross. That's
right. Or saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna slip something in her drink," like as a joke.
Yeah,
like, that's
like, not a joke.
No. Yeah.
That's inappropriate.
Right.
Like those kind of things they're like, so those aren't even jokes.
Right.
I mean, people want to say they are jokes, but they're not. That's
right. They just call them jokes so that they can get away with saying them.
Yes. But if you, I guess, I don't know, yeah. If you were putting, like, I don't know, then it kind of just depends. I don't know. I guess if you're making fun of the way someone looks in the locker room, then that's whatever, because that just says more about you than it does the other person anyways.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not telling people you should go attack this person because they're ugly or something, you know, like, obviously there's a line.
It. Yeah. Or like even implying it like in the joke, you know?
Yeah. Like harm.
Yeah. Because it doesn't directly say, you know, like hurt this person necessarily, but like there's a certain way you can joke which kind of implies that, and that's not good.
Yeah. So there are lines, I would like, there's a line where it's not a joke anymore, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't know if she's saying everything is not, I don't know. It's probably hard to talk about every single situation when you only have, what do they get, 24, or they probably only get 5 minutes per question or something. I don't know what they're.
Well, I think they all just talk and then they like select the clips that sound the best, you know.
Oh, okay.
So like they'll cut some people's stuff out.
They don't release the whole video then.
No.
Per se. Oh, okay.
No, they edit it.
Interesting.
Okay, play.
Yes. 1, 2, play.
Too many, I'm gonna spiral
so
right now.
What's the alternative? Men shouldn't talk about these things.
No, I think men can have a healthy dialogue. I don't think men have to be toxic in order to have a conversation. I know plenty of men that are able to have conversations about healthy, productive things, just like women are.
Well, it's not obvious as personal experience with, but only 1% of all people on the death row are women in this country. So when women and men commit identical crimes, much more likely to, for example, escape the death penalty. And that's just plain sex-based discrimination.
That I agree.
Look, I'm thinking about basic.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Like in the criminal justice system, women are given less time for the same crimes as men. But
and I think if you look,
the racial disparity is more than the gender disparity, though.
Maybe. But if you also look, it's probably old, like the judges are probably old men.
Yeah. And
then there's that sexism bias that, women are more fragile, so you're going to give them a lighter sentence.
Yeah.
That's like, there's no truth to that, but that's just in my head
what the judges think, though, sometimes.
Yeah. Because like they're like, oh, this could be my daughter, you know, like they get in that headspace. Maybe I guess they shouldn't, because it should be impartial. The judges should be able to be impartial, but
I mean, it depends on the judge, but a lot of them are going to have that bias.
Yeah, whether they admit it or not, I guess, too.
Well, and the other part of this, though, I think, is that men are more likely to commit like severely violent crimes than women are as well. And that doesn't mean that they should get more sentencing person to person, but like I think that's what, like he was saying, there's only one woman on death row versus like all the men on death row. And I think like some of that's probably due to bias, but I think a lot more of it has to do with just statistically like who's committing these crimes.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's even and like, you know, but I think a lot of times guys bring these issues up just as a way to deflect away from women's issues.
Yeah, if they're not bringing it up to have a conversation and bringing it up as like, well, this happens to us. If you're not having a conversation and you're just bringing it up, because that happens all the time where somebody will mention something like, oh, well, women have a harder time getting jobs, and then someone will go and comment, well, men do too, and it's like, well, okay, we can talk about that, but that, like, are you bringing that up because you actually want to talk about it and fix it, or just to deflect from the statement we just made, you know?
Exactly.
Like, we can have a conversation about both are important.
Yeah.
But that one does not discredit the other, and that is not what people are trying to do with feminism. Is not trying to discredit the struggles men go through at all.
Right.
But that is obviously what they feel, which makes no sense because we can all work together to make equal rights for everybody. That's
one. Real feminism includes men's rights too. Like,
yeah,
you know, like it's not like most feminists are just like, no, we don't care about these things that are hurting men. Like, no, they're usually pretty. I mean, there's some crazy people with any kind of ideology, but like for the most part, like I would think most women would agree on like this, for example, with the death penalty and like sentencing with women versus men in prison or not prison, but in like court cases and stuff. Do we want to play it? Okay.
You hear? Yeah. Okay.
No, you're there, but are you still playing your game?
No, I turned that off for now.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because it wasn't on the thing.
Okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, play.
Needs like around the globe, the women who don't even have like proper like sanitary like products.
I mean, I have to agree. Just small things like a tax on a box of tampons. Do you think I choose to do this monthly? No, trust me. So why should I have to pay taxes when this is a medical necessity?
We're just like dismissed. A lot of our symptoms, a lot of the things we report, especially women of color, but women across the board are just treated a lot less equally.
Yeah.
I'd say that I'm an advocate for what I believe the role that men play in society. I believe that their views should be expressed openly, that they should be given a platform to do so. And I believed in men unapologetically and unashamedly being men as we were created.
I think in my heart that there are things that men are entitled to. I am all about human rights, and I do consider the rights of every human. But every time I hear of a men's rights activist, I hear anger and I hear very illogical reasoning, and it just boils my blood because it's a setback for all of us.
I feel that the other side does not understand my values.
Pause.
I mean, yeah, I would say incels don't really understand women or their values.
I don't think they're all incels, though, are they?
No, I mean, the one guy is, but like, I guess that's what I think of when I hear the other side when it comes to this issue.
Oh.
Or, like, red pill, men going their own way, all that.
Yeah, I guess what was it? I feel that the other side. Well, I think they don't understand each other's values because they're not having conversations. All they're doing is, well, I mean, I feel like the feminists are trying. I'm not gonna discredit their attempt, but it's hard to. But they also don't maybe understand the other side because the other side is wrong. So like you can't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand the other side because, like,
well,
I get what it's like to be. I mean, I get what it's like to feel like lonely and like nervous around women and all that.
But they're not.
But it's like they're not trying to improve themselves or society. They're
blaming the other movement, so it's never gonna.
They're just blaming women.
Yeah, so it's not like they're trying to come together to fix issues. They're just they feel like one side has to be right. I don't think that the feminists necessarily do per se, but the like at least for sure, I would say the men's rights people feel that they have to be like there has to be a right and wrong answer, but there doesn't.
Right.
There is no. It's not gray and or black and white. Is that right? It's not black and white.
Right. It's not black and white. There's nuance to it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where they sit.
Okay. Play.
I think a lot of times when a movement is created, the other side thinks that they're being attacked or think that it's some like attempt at erasure. That's not what feminism is about at all. What do you need a whole men's rights activism movement for? I'm sincerely confused.
Well, I mean, like, I will advocate for positive masculinity and what men should represent and healthy outlets for men. Like, I still think the Boy Scouts should be exclusively the Boy Scouts, for example, one of those things. Where I would like to think that we could get some common ground is when it comes to the clear biases that are in the court system, especially in the marriage and family court system.
I'm gonna pause it.
Right?
Oh, pause it right here.
Right there.
That's.
Well, I was gonna say that we had a men's rights movement. Do people not know that? Like we needed it in the past. We had it.
When?
Like it was a legitimate
I don't know
thing.
about this. I'm not denying it. I just don't know about this.
When we were doing it was more so about voting rights. But when we were doing our voting episode, men, I'll look it up.
Okay. Because this thing with I'm going to just say really quick with the marriage and family court system, most of that is women mostly get the children because men don't want them and they walk away from them when they divorce. Like that's more of where that disparity comes from than anything a judge is saying.
Was that? Oh, well, what the fuck was that? Repeat that.
Oh, I was saying like he's talking about the disparities in the marriage and family court systems, but that's mostly because like when parents are getting divorced, like men typically walk away from the children more.
Gotcha.
So then like a judge saying that men cannot see their children.
I guess it was white. White male
like white men?
suffrage.
Is that for like dudes who didn't own land or something?
I'm assuming. But so it like I'll like there's universal male or white male suffrage. I think it was basically for like poor white males to be able to vote.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But so we've had like men's rights. I mean, I guess that was only white men, so it wasn't.
Right, it wasn't all men's.
But that was back in the day when people's brains were kind of mush and they didn't know what was right. Well, they might have known right from wrong, but they didn't act like it.
Because I mean, isn't it true that like black men gained the right to vote before women did?
I
thought I heard that somewhere.
I think it depended on the state. I think.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because some states were
I
giving
don't know, maybe.
women. Some states were giving women the right to vote, but I think technically the one Constitution Act, 15th Amendment passed before a lot of states gave women the right to vote.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it just like kind of depends, but you know, those states' rights, they don't like being told they have to give people rights.
I'm kind of sick of states' rights sometimes.
Me too, because it's a joke.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
yeah. I mean, I could see where it can be useful in certain cases, but like for example, human rights and like civil rights, things like that, like should not be up for a democracy in each state. Like that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Like the right for like gay marriage, you know, that shouldn't be a state's issue. Like that should just be something that's legal everywhere in the country with, you know, no questions asked.
Yeah, because I guess I don't really get why like I agree with that, obviously, because I think it's stupid that there's even a restriction on who can get married. Like that's stupid. Why does it matter? It doesn't. Everyone should have the right to get married. It's what, you know, that's just dumb. That we restrict people from getting married because what, some person in the sky is gonna be mad if we let gay people get married? What?
Yeah, like I don't want to deal with that guy. He doesn't sound very chill.
Ooh, some people, the way they rationalize things.
Yeah. Anyways, did you find what you were looking for?
I think so. The
Okay.
The suffrage?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that I found about it. I don't know. You could probably
okay.
find more. I assume throughout history there's been fights for. I feel like everybody's had fights
Yeah.
for rights, but right now there is
most people, yeah.
like if we're gonna have a fight for rights at this day and age, it should be for everybody, for equal rights for everybody, not one over the other.
Yep, I agree, 100%. Should we continue this video?
Yes.
Is what I would advocate for when it comes to men's rights.
The things that stand valid, like that I'm hearing from y'all that are like valid to me, come from a place of like, I am treated like unfairly by the system versus a lot of the things women are saying. It's also America in the system as well, but a lot of it is like harm from men.
How and where?
How and where what?
Where's this harm from men coming from?
Okay, it started when I was young. I'm not going to talk too long. I was 16, got a bottle thrown at me because I told a boy no. It started when I was in a club. A boy touched me. I said no. He kept touching me. It got to the point he got violent. It gets to the point that the only reason why a man decided to stop touching me in the bookstore I talked about earlier is because he realized my husband was not too far away. And he said, sorry, bro. Never said sorry to me. That's why. And that's off the top of my head. This is why I get upset because I'm like, I'm here to talk about like how you feel. But when you just dismiss the fact that women actually have experiences, that's when it seems like it's about more than your rights. It seems like it's about your ego. And that's where I get pissed off. Because how dare you tell another human being that their experiences, what they're telling you right in front of your face, is not valid.
I didn't say they were invalid. I said how and why. I'm trying to understand.
How and why? Because it happened. It happened many times. It happened yesterday. It happened the day before.
Okay, I think some of the things that you guys are touching on, such as the court system and gender roles, are a subject of patriarchy, and that's part of what women are trying to dismantle is those traditional gender roles.
Are there any feminist organizations that have done anything, for example, to challenge bias against men and fathers in the family court system?
Absolutely.
Can you please give me like a list of feminist advocacy organizations that have engaged in any meaningful advocacy to address those issues? Because there are actually none.
Okay. I know that you came with your little research or whatever. I didn't come with a list of like feminist organizations, but I know actively that there are women's organizations that are trying to dismantle those inequalities.
Just one name, just one.
Again, I didn't come with a list, my dude.
There are no such organizations.
Again.
In what ways are men's rights at risk?
I think there has been significant progress over the last decade or so, especially in the legal field, but I think there are still significant disparities that need to be addressed, such as poor health conditions, bias against men in the criminal justice system, bias against men in family courts, and bias against men in the educational system, especially in colleges.
Men and women should be allies.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes, they should definitely be allies, like 100%. And men and women should be able to be friends with each other.
Well, yeah.
Because, like, if men and women can't be friends with each other, then, like, because, you know, there might be some kind of sexual attraction. And it's like, well, what if you're bisexual? Then it's like, oh, can you be friends with anybody?
No.
You just have to, like, isolate yourself in your house forever.
Yes. You miscreant. You cannot leave.
Like, yeah, no, that logic just doesn't make any sense to me.
No. But yeah, we should all be allies. Why wouldn't we?
And we should be allies with each other and like help each other with both of our issues.
Yeah, they never make sense to me. Like these questions, I feel like are so. Wait, sitting down is agreeing, right?
Right.
Okay,
Sitting
so
down
we'll
is
see
agreeing.
Okay, we're ready to see.
Let's see. Yes, let's play it.
Play.
Men, unfortunately, many of them don't want to even have this open dialogue that we're sharing right now. We need men to help be allies, to help speak to other men.
It strikes me like the way you phrase this, you almost want men to say certain things that you want them to say, as opposed to maybe actually listening to what they're saying.
What certain
like
things would
just
I want to
just
hear?
kind of like men being allies, men talking to other men, etc. I'm completely okay with that, but I'm not going to repeat like feminist talking points to other men.
We all believe different things. We may be under the label of men's rights activists, but for example, I'm probably the most traditionalist person here. I think we should be allies, but maybe us being allies in a patriarchy wouldn't be so bad. You know, us going back to the past wouldn't be so bad. It would probably be a lot happier if we were, getting married and staying married and having kids and, going to church and all
while speaking the three of you, I feel like there are you're
Do you want to
each
pause it?
coming from different.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was interesting take again, as usual. Traditionalism, very nice.
No.
Yeah, let's just live happily ever after under the patriarchy. Sounds dope.
Yeah, what?
Like, what? Why would any woman agree to that?
How did he even
Unless
think?
they were like pick me. But
I just don't understand why he thought people would agree to that.
yeah,
He just said it so confidently, like, yeah, if we all stay working together under the patriarchy. It's like, no, I think we're supposed to dismantle that, bud. Because the whole
That's bad for
premise of a
everybody.
patriarchy is that men are better than women. How can you?
Yeah,
Is it not? Or
it's
am I
damaging
understanding
to
the
everybody.
patriarchy wrong?
Right, and patriarchy means men are in charge.
Yeah, which is
And, like,
anyone should have the possibility to be in charge. Like a good
exactly.
leader, obviously, but
Yeah, we should be picking our best leaders, not just you're a
based off
man,
sex.
so you be the
Yeah.
leader. Like, yeah. All right. Play.
Yes.
Perspectives. So it's hard to, again, just like our perspectives, it's hard to generalize. So to me, I feel like there are certain things that, even though we're not fully agreeing on it, where things may get lost in translation, our verbiage may not be 100% correct, that we could at least agree on.
Can I ask one question? What would you envision would be the ideal man with the end goal of feminism as far as educating men or working to dismantle whatever patriarchy is? Like, what does that man look like?
It starts with childhood. We have to teach children as well as girls, because we're also taught, because of toxic masculinity, what a man should be as well.
I think that we just need to hold men accountable. In order to kind of make progress, we need help from people that will listen. Because let's be real, when we express our concerns, a lot of men refuse to listen, but they would be more likely to listen to another man.
Do you also feel like you have an ethical obligation to challenge other women or other feminists when, for example, they deny that men face discrimination?
When it comes to things like, men can't be abused. I've had this conversation with another woman, and it's the idea that just because a man may be physically stronger than us does not mean they cannot be abused. And because of that, again, fairness, women need to be held accountable as well. I want to understand their viewpoint. As a woman and a woman of color, I know how it feels to be disenfranchised. So I want to understand why they feel the need to have a men's right movement.
I feel empathy for the other side.
Pause. I do feel empathy for the other side to a certain extent. Like I was saying before, like, especially, these when dudes are feeling like lonely or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they can't be loved and all that. Like, I mean, because that sucks. And like, it's the difference between like, being a man or woman, like on a dating site, for example. Like, if you're a man, you probably don't get a lot of matches unless you're like, like super conventionally attractive or something.
Yeah.
Like, I've known attractive guys who have like no matches on their dating profiles, but like women will get like more harassed by men, but they'll get more messages and more interaction, but a lot of it is just like harassment. So I wouldn't, but it's at least better than not having anyone to talk to, because at least you're getting that validation,
Yeah.
But like, not that it's a great experience, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously, I
So
feel empathy. So What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I was just gonna say, like, yeah, I do feel empathy for the other side. It's just there's a certain point where my empathy has to stop because it's not being returned.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not in every case, but like for a lot of cases. But not every case, obviously. Not every person. Not every man. Okay. Are you ready to play?
Yes. Hold on. Okay.
Cool.
Play.
I don't think there's ever a time in my life where a person says they're hurting and I don't at least try to listen or understand. My only thing is that I want the same in return. So when I'm genuinely saying I'm hurting or I've been through something, and it's not just a personal experience, because I actively do this work and surround myself with women saying I've been hurt by a man before. I get that you have stories, but I mean, that's actually my question. I haven't heard y'all stories. Like, I've sat up here and said I have 3 on the top of my head. I have about 30 plus probably. And I haven't heard y'all say, this is what happened to me.
I don't think that I'll ever invalidate a woman's feelings when she says, hey, I've been abused or whatnot. I don't think any of us here are rightfully saying that. But I think what's dangerous is when emotional testimony that may not always be what it is gets, creates bias, right?
Okay, I feel empathy for women being lost, being misguided. Look,
Oh no.
I don't know. You can go.
Do you have any bit of empathy for anything we said up here?
Yes, I really do feel empathy for.
Why was that so hard to say? Like, for the stuff that we said, do you have any bit of empathy for the stories I said up here?
Yeah,
I just want to know.
I do.
Like, I'm not even trying to be hostile. I just genuinely want to know.
Yeah, I just think that like a lot of the problems that have happened in your life are because society is not patriarchal. It's not traditional. It's we're gone. We're lost.
Oh,
We're
no.
in a fallen
Pause.
state, right?
There is.
Yeah, except for the fact that when you look back in history, like, women were more abused in the past when we were living more traditionally. Like, the abuse patterns seem to follow the traditionalism.
Yeah, that doesn't make. He is very
Like, here, I can.
obsessed with the patriarchy.
I'm gonna look this up. Abuse against women rates over time. Let's see if I can find something here. Pacific Standard. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely gone down in the past, 20 years so? 20, 30 years? Past 30 years?
Abuse has?
Although this is just over 20 years. But yeah, from 93 to 2012. It went way down as the millennia hit. Let's see if there's a longer one. This is not. I'm gonna say, let's say 50 years. That's kind of more of the range I'm looking for. If they even have it, I don't even know if they kept track of that stuff back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to go down over time, though, from what I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm trying to look for something that's been over. I can't find what I'm looking for. Something over a longer period of time.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
only 1 in 10 women would seek help from the police if they expected domestic violence. That's kind of terrifying.
How many?
1 in 10. Yeah, I know, it's pretty bad. I can't find... looking for... Let me see if I can find a study.
Oh. Okay, just so you know, I did start Fall Guys. Just so you know, if I...
Okay, that's fine.
I'm still listening, and I'm still engaging. But just so you know, if I make a sound that... Mother, I wish I could run.
I mean, I can't... Let's see if the FBI or the Bureau of Justice Statistics says anything.
You're just looking for general? Or are you
I'm looking for like violence against women, like from like the 50s to now. So I'm trying to find a bigger time rate. But I don't know if they even recorded that data back then, though.
I mean, they probably would have recorded something.
Yeah, but it's probably wouldn't have been very accurate. It'd probably just be reports, not like actual rates of assaults and stuff like that.
Depends on what kind of violence you're looking at. Because you're just trying to make a claim that loosen the patriarchy of violence towards women is decreasing. That's your claim.
Yes. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to claim.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and you just can't find, but I mean, you still found one within 20 years though that showed at least it's going down.
It showed a big decrease. Yeah.
Yeah, or I guess a big decrease, but you still have. You don't. I guess you don't. Well, if you go, like, is it also factual that patriarchal views, I guess, are going down too? Oh, motherfucker.
I would think so. I mean, that's what I would assume.
I guess I don't know how you would measure that, but
I mean, you could survey people about what their beliefs are.
Oh, mother shitters.
I can't see your screen though.
Oh, hold on. I can.
I mean, we only have 2 minutes left in this video.
Okay, we can finish this video.
Okay.
I think I lost anyways.
Oh no.
But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A change of guard, not necessarily a change of guard, but things are evolving, things are changing. And I feel like a lot of men speak from a viewpoint almost of fear. A lot of men are having a hard time grasping and comfortable with it.
I do feel empathy for your personal experience, but I cannot sympathize with your ideological position. Ideological position is built on a fallacy, and that fallacy is actually causing very real consequences for men as a class in the country. So I understand that you are here with us as kind of the good feminist, so to speak, that you feel empathy for men, and I believe you, but I do not believe your ideology.
All right, we'll leave it at that. That's a wrap.
Oh wow. Okay, that's the end of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to end the stream now? Are you cool with doing that?
Yeah, we can.
So we've done for a while here. Cool.
But I think we're planning on doing another one tomorrow. I think. Oh,
yes.
Shoot, what did I just do? Whatever, that's fine. But I think tomorrow I'll play Fall Guys. That way, I think that'll be a much. And then we can watch another video if you want. I see a couple on their like. There's one about like, can you be in love with multiple people? That one might be interesting. Like,
that'd be a
open
cool
relationships and monogamy. Like people who are in open relationships and people who are monogamous.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to watch.
And there was one that I saw that we could maybe watch too that says, "Are periods essential to womanhood?" trans woman versus conservative woman. So that one might be interesting.
We can watch that one, yeah.
Yeah, so we can watch a couple too, because they're not. Yeah. I mean, I know we pause them, but
we can watch a couple of them though and go for a little while.
Depending on how long. Yeah, but I mean,
because I'll be free after. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. We don't need it, but announce it to all everyone. But
yeah, okay.
But yeah, so okay, we'll see you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Hopefully tomorrow then.